Okay, let me try something. I want to make sure you guys can hear me before I start here. Okay, I think the audio is good. Okay, I think the audio is good. Okay, yeah. We're good. Sorry, I just had to do this in a new browser. Listen, I don't have a lot of time to spend on this because I am still out of town. If you've watched my channel for a little while, you know that my little sister got married this weekend. Her wedding was actually yesterday. I was at the reception and did not get back to my hotel room until a little after 10 o'clock last night. I got up here on Thursday, did some running around Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and then had to be up really early for my makeup appointment. And then I just spent the day at my sister's house until it was time for me to come back here and get ready. And yesterday was an amazing day. It is always beautiful to watch two people develop in a relationship, fall in love, and make the decision to spend the rest of their lives together. And it's so unfortunate that there's so much BS that happens on social media that it takes away from the original intent of this space, right? So this space, this sector, I guess you can call it, of YouTube is here to encourage Black women to expand our dating options, and more importantly, to make sure that you're choosing the best man for the job, the man that's going to treat you right, celebrate you, respect you, love you, and provide for you. And so yesterday was a real life example of what we talk about in these spaces. My new brother-in-law is a non-Black man. Him and my sister love each other very much, and it was amazing to meet his family this weekend because I see why he is such a wonderful person, because his family is awesome. They're just sweethearts. And so I want to let you guys know something. This is not to drag anybody or to roast anyone. Because nothing is going to take me away from celebrating my little sister's wedding. And B, I am not ever going to do anything intentionally to make social media more toxic than it already is for us as Black women. I'm just not going to do it. I just want to say this. One thing that I really do not appreciate is that a lot of people make it very difficult for Black women to be friends or associates on this platform. Because when you get mad at one person, you take it out on the other person. People do this to Lolita and I all the time. Like, when people get mad at me, they'll say, well, Leah and Lolita, or when they get mad at Lolita, they'll say, well, Lolita and Leah. And it's like, listen, we're friends. We're cool. We talk all the time. We support each other 100%. And we will both tell you, if you have a problem with me, address me. Don't bring somebody else into your problem with me. And I want to tell y'all something right now. Love him is just in her feelings. Her feelings are hurt because Lolita blocked her off of Twitter. And I understand we all have the right to have our feelings. And people also have the right to limit your access to them. Why she was blocked is something that she'll have to discuss with Lolita. And if Lolita feels like talking to her about it, she will. Okay? What I'm saying to y'all is that it creates a lot of mess and drama when people are in their feelings over small things and they decide to bring that to YouTube. Understand something. All this shit about, oh, these people are frauds and blah, blah, blah. All of this came up after Love M got blocked off of Twitter. And at 4 something in the morning, she was emailing Lolita to find out why she got blocked. Whether or not Lolita responded is not my business. I don't believe that she did. But listen, everybody has the right to their personal space. Everybody has the right to want to be left alone. And oftentimes it's not personal. With Lolita, a lot of times it's not personal. She's just not a person that really rocks with a lot of people. So if she feels funny about something, she just removes herself from the situation. But even though she had blocked Love M off of Twitter, she still kept Love M as a mod on her channel, and she still planned to support Love M's channel. She just didn't want a personal off YouTube relationship really with anyone except for a handful of people. Okay? And when Love M got blocked on Twitter, she started going around on YouTube hinting that she had been doxxed, and she was pretty much making it obvious that she was saying that Lolita or myself had doxxed her. We haven't doxxed her, okay? That's just what the fuck it is. I don't even know shit about Love M, and I don't care to know anything about her. And it's not anything personal. It's just I don't need to know about anybody's personal life on here. I have to maintain my own life, okay? I've been running behind my niece and nephew all weekend. Like, I haven't even really been paying attention to social media. And if people wouldn't send me stuff in my email or Twitter, a lot of times I wouldn't even see it. That's why I really appreciate my moderators, because y'all don't bring me any BS. And I really, really appreciate y'all for that. I just want you guys to know how petty some of these people are. You can get kicked out of a group or blocked on Twitter, and all of a sudden you're the worst person in the world. Understand something. Last year sometime, when I was still using Google Hangouts to talk to a lot of people, Love M left all of the Google Hangout conversations that I had with her. I told y'all that happened in 2019, right? Literally a whole year ago. I didn't smear her publicly or privately. I didn't have any issues with her for doing that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think anything negatively about her. I continued to support her on YouTube. I've donated to her several times. I left her as a moderator on my channel. I was a moderator for her channel to make sure nobody trolled her, because I understood you can support a person's content and not have a personal relationship with them. Okay? And people really have to understand that people do not owe it to you to grant you access to them. Everybody has the right to say, you know what? I have a real life, and sometimes I want to unplug from this. You don't have the right to be in your feelings because your feelings are hurt, and then go on a smear campaign like a little high school girl. You have to understand the hypocrisy of what's going on here. I had a former supporter who hit me up on Twitter and asked me why I was following Feminista Jones. And my initial response to him, and I still have the screenshots, my initial response to him, to be honest with you, was, I don't have to explain shit to you, because guess what? I don't. I don't. Then I thought about it, and I was like, you know what, Leah, don't You don't need to approach him like that. So I removed that response and I said to him, I follow a lot of different people on Twitter. And I asked him, why are you going through the list of people that I follow? Like, why are you doing that? And then he said that Feminista Jones happened to be tagged in a post. And when he went to her page or whatever, he saw that I was someone that he followed that also followed her. And I was like, okay. Now, mind you, he took the screenshots of our Twitter exchange and sent them to Love M. I've known that for quite some time because apparently there are some people in that group she has that also like Leah and Lolita. Okay. So when you talk shit about us in private spaces, you know what I mean? It might get back. And that's why you have some content creators who have private groups and they make it a point to not talk negatively about other people on social media. Because you know how people do. People are messy. They'll email the shit or send it on Twitter or Facebook or wherever. Okay? And listen, in a private space or in any space, you have the right to say whatever you want about me or anybody else. You can say, I love Leah, or you can be like, fuck that bitch, Leah, right? You have the right to say whatever you want to say. But if you're going to be a grown woman and you're going to really say it from your chest when you're talking shit about people, you can't run and cry like a little girl when people air you out. But you have someone in your group who, even though they knew that we have supported each other's channels, they felt comfortable enough with you to come to you to talk shit about me. Let me tell y'all something, and this is the God's honest truth. Nobody has ever felt comfortable coming to me and talking crap about anyone that I am currently associated with or anyone that I used to be associated with. Y'all know that whether I'm cool with that person today or not, you better not come to me talking crap about them. I don't play that. We may not be on good terms today, but guess what? Even if somebody really came to me now trying to talk shit about Love M, I wouldn't participate in the conversation. That's why I've been getting messages with screenshots about stuff every now and then, and it stopped happening because I didn't really respond to it. I kept the messages, but I didn't respond to it. But you got those screenshots and then hopped onto your YouTube channel and did a live stream based on some screenshots that you got from someone because they felt comfortable enough with you to do that. They knew you would take the bait and you did. So I'm a problem because I follow Feminista Jones. And the only reason I really started following her, not that I owe an explanation, but since I am talking about this publicly for purposes of transparency, I do feel like I should just let y'all know. A lot of us as Black women on social media, whether you're divested, pro-Black, doing makeup videos, hair tutorials, a lot of us are being stalked and harassed by the same Black men. There are Black women who do not discuss political issues at all online. They literally come onto YouTube and do makeup and hair videos, and they get trolled by the same group of men that troll us and that troll other Black women. So she came to my attention because she was being, in my opinion, harassed by one of the same Black men that used to make multiple videos about Black women in this sector, Black women who are pro-Black. I mean, just Black women across the board. And so I'm like, okay, she's dealing with the same person that basically trolls other Black women. So let me just follow her. It's no big deal. I've never interacted with her. But even if I did, it wouldn't be your business because you're sitting up in a group where y'all are passing around the link to another content creator's channel, right? And that person would probably, if they're not pro-Black, they're probably someone who is going to be considered race loyal, right? Y'all were upset because you saw a content creator in this space in Cynthia G's chat. How would you know that she was in her chat unless you're subscribed with the notifications on, right? So you can follow whoever you want to follow. You can subscribe to whoever you want to subscribe to, whether they're divested or not. And it's no problem, right? Because as y'all like to say, you can move how you want to move on social media. But then when you want to control a Black woman or another content creator, then you say, well, why are you following this person on Twitter? Do you understand how stupid this is? You understand we do not have time to be addressing this stuff. Do you understand that people who don't like divestment and interracial partnerships for Black women love when we go back and forth with each other because we're not making content about what we're supposed to be interested in? This all started because you got blocked on Twitter. You got blocked on Twitter, and then you got mad because Lolita apparently did not respond to your email. But when you hopped off the porch, you decided to say Lolita and Leah. And I want to tell y'all something before I wrap this up. Okay? Y'all better be very careful using words like frauds and doxers when you're talking about people who are not frauds and you're talking about people who are not doxers. Because when you use those words and they don't apply, you can be sued in civil court. Okay? Your channels can come down, okay, for slandering people on YouTube. So tread very carefully with that. Exactly, Coco Barbie. Anybody can collab with whoever they want to collab with. If you are on social media and you're trying to grow your platform, or you see other people who are trying to grow their platforms, okay, you will find that they will not always collab with people that agree with them 100%. If you see, there's something called social media marketing, where you can actually have people like review your content and your social media accounts. And one thing they will tell you is, okay, if you have too much of an echo chamber, your channel will not grow. Now, if you don't mind having a channel that's going to be relatively small, if you want a space of people who are like-minded, then that's your business. That's absolutely fine. But once you are no longer on your channel, you don't get to tell other people what to do. Okay? Once I'm not on live with Simply Leah or Simply Leah the Divested Womanist, I can't go to anybody else's channel and say, you should do this or you shouldn't do that. And if you're so above it all and you're not paying attention to it, then why were you in the chat to see who was there and who was commenting? Why were you on the channel to see who was in the comment section? Because you're watching this stuff just like everybody else. And people watch because it gets boring to sit around and watch people who essentially agree with you all day. Sometimes you want to watch something different. Sometimes I watch gardening channels or traveling channels. Do you have a problem with that too? And if you have so much of a problem that you're going to try to dictate to me where I go on social media, Some of y'all need to start paying for my Wi-Fi. Okay? You need to start paying the electric bill. Y'all ain't paying any bills around my motherfucking house. So you can't tell me where to go on social media, just like I can't tell you. But I'm not going to sit up here and be like, oh, Lolita blocked me from Twitter, so I'm going to go on a smear campaign. You look dumb as hell. You got to be every bit of 30-ish or 40-ish. You look dumb. Okay? Grow up. Leave me out of your bullshit. If you don't have any proof that I'm a fraud or Lolita's a fraud, you don't have any proof of the other shit that you're saying about us or anyone else, you need to tread very carefully because you can be sued. And it's very sad that people have to sue somebody behind an avatar because your butt hurt because somebody doesn't want to be your friend. Go out and live, okay? Go to lunch with your girlfriends, okay? Go to happy hour, or if you're scared to go out because of Corona, have 2 or 3 of your good girlfriends come over to your house. Y'all cook some food on the grill. Have some beer in the cooler for your husbands or your boyfriends. Okay? Make some mimosas or whatever else you want to drink and just relax and live. And I think if more of you did that, it wouldn't be all of this crap around here. I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm only in 2 groups. One group, I'm not going to say, but it's a pretty well-known person's group. And then Lolita's group. I'm not in anybody else's group. Then it's a young lady that invited me into a group in another space. And I'm in that group as well. That's it. So outside of Lolita's group is those 2 groups. I'm not anywhere else. I'm not paying attention to this stuff. I don't get in groups and talk crap about anybody, and I don't do it on the phone. If I have something to say to any of y'all, I'm going to just come on here and say it. And when I say it, I don't have to make up a bunch of shit. So it's very unfortunate what's happening today, but at the end of the day, I just want y'all to know, I don't care. And if I feel like I need to address it again, I'll just sue the bitch, okay? If I start losing subscribers or whatever off of the bullshit that she's saying. All right? Anyway, Lee, that's really nice of you to say that you hope that we get back together, but I don't desire that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm cool with rocking with Lolita. I've talked to her damn near every day for like a year and a half, 2 years. Like, I rock with her. I love my supporters who are like-minded. I rock with y'all. It's other channels that I support them on YouTube, but in terms of that particular other person, no, because it's childish to me for you to be mad at me and take it out on Lolita, or for you to be mad at Lolita and take it out on me. That is something that people do on here to try to control people's friendships. And they do it to try to ostracize people, because they'll pretty much say, okay, well, if I'm mad at Leah and you deal with Leah, then you're responsible for everything that I don't like about Leah. Or if I don't like Lolita and I'm mad at Lolita, then you're responsible for everything that I don't like about Lolita. It's childish, because what it's designed to do is to make people say, well, you know, if I don't want to deal with the bullshit, I'm just not going to fuck with Leah, or I'm just not going to fuck with Lolita. Y'all are not y'all in my chat, but the people who do that are very obvious and they're very transparent, and I'm not going to buy into it. It's not that serious to me. You know, y'all need to go out and do some grown women things and just have a good time and live your lives. And just go from there. There's room for everybody on social media. So I don't wish anybody any harm, but I'm just not going to be Um, you know, I never really was like tight with Love Him anyway, so it's fine. It's not a loss to me. I just hope she can move on with her life and stop getting so butthurt when people don't want a personal friendship with her. Because like I said, I don't think it was anything personal for Lolita. Okay. Um. Anyway, I'm gonna get up out of here. I hope you all have a wonderful day. And you're right, Coco. It's like every year something else comes up, and it's just very unfortunate. But I think a lot of that is because, listen, a lot of Black women deal with unresolved trauma and deal with feeling rejected. So anytime a Black woman feels like she's been rejected, it takes her back to that original trauma, whether it was, it could be a lot of different things. I'll just say it like that. But I've seen that. And that's why, unfortunately, things kind of play out the way they do sometimes on here. And at the end of the day, it doesn't make sense because we have too many other things to focus on. As Black women, we have some very, very pressing issues. And frankly, nobody has time to waste on this. Yeah, sweet dreams. It's best in these situations to it's best in these situations to not take sides. When you come on to social media, come on and enjoy the content that is beneficial to you. You know what I mean? All this other stuff will work itself out. And sometimes working itself out will just mean that some people are just not going to be cool, and that's fine. You don't have to be cool with people to exist in a space and make your content. So yeah, everybody just do that. Enjoy the content. I understand, Nyla, but it's the only reason I'm addressing it is because I'm being at this point I'm being slandered. Oh, what's going on with Sweet Dreams and Sasa? Yeah, I don't blame you, Fire Coral. I mean, this is literally just social media. This is supposed to be a space that's enriching to people, or some people come on here to learn different things and to be entertained. So I know me personally, if I don't feel enriched, if I don't feel entertained, or if I don't feel relaxed, depending on the space I'm in, then I just don't pay attention to it. But anyway, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your week. I'm probably not going to be back online today because I'm going to be driving back home. Wait. I'm going to be driving back home. It's not a long drive, but then once I get home, I got to unpack and stuff like that. So, in the future, you all, I will not be addressing Love Him, but I will leave this up. I will leave it up just so you guys understand that all of this is over being blocked on Twitter. Okay? Anyway, I will talk to you all very soon, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.